Good afternoon, my Real News Midday TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for March 6, 2024. And in the news this afternoon, opposition questions allocation to rehabilitate Vale Royal. The parliamentary opposition has taken the government to task concerning its plans to rehabilitate Vale Royal. In a recent video on social media, Vale Royal, the designated official residence of the Prime Minister, could be seen in a deteriorating state. Opposition spokesman on finance, Julian Robinson, who was directing questions to Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark during the meeting of the Standing Finance Committee on Tuesday morning, asked about the expenditure allocated to support maintenance cost for Vale Royal. A figure which was not disclosed is allocated to cover cost for repairs to Jamaica House, Vale Royal, and the Executive Office, which houses the Office of the Prime Minister. But in response, Information Minister Robert Morgan said a different plan is being drafted to refurbish the building at Vale Royal.
Jamaica National Heritage Trust is currently in the process of crafting a rehabilitation plan for Vale Royal. That would not be in this allocation here.
No, I fully understand that.
The monies that would come from this for Vale Royal is to deal with security, is to deal with the overall management of the property. But the building is a very old building that has not been maintained properly over time, and this is going to require significant financial infusion to fix.
And when can we expect that plan to be made public?
Well, I'll have to contact the Jamaica National Heritage Trust to see what their timeline is. We'll definitely report back to Parliament and to you directly. There has been some work that has been done to reduce the speed of deterioration.
But opposition member of Parliament Lisa Hanna also argued that the $10 million allocated to the Jamaica National Heritage Trust for administrative duties is not enough to cover the cost of maintenance. She questioned whether a special grant would be allocated.
Is it that we're going to have a special grant that comes to the Ministry of Culture? Is it that there's going to be a special committee that is put in place? Because this is going to require not the 10 million I see in administration here for the JNHT, or I think it's something like 400 million for all of the sites across the island. This is going to 100. I don't have my glasses. Would you be prepared to say that this is going to be a special project of the government with the required funding that is important towards it? Because in either part that you speak to, there is no funding there to do what you say will be done.
So thank you for that question. We are going to have to prioritize it among a long list of priorities, some of which are very pressing and large, but we can't allow this to fall apart, and we will make sure resources are provided to get it done.
23-year-old Trelawney taxi operator charged with rape. A 23-year-old Trelawney taxi operator was charged on Monday for the alleged rape of a passenger. He is Romario Jarrett, otherwise called Zebi, of New Forest District in Dewan Vale. His court date is being arranged. The Falmouth police report that 11:50 p.m. on Thursday, February 8, Jarrett was taking a woman home when he allegedly parked along a river road in Martha Brae, climbed over the back seat, and allegedly sexually assaulted her. Jarrett was subsequently arrested and charged on Monday, March 4. Bail extended for St. Catherine mother charged with child cruelty. A St. Catherine mother charged for badly beating her 13-year-old daughter got an extension of her bail in the St. Catherine Parish Court yesterday. She is charged with cruelty to a child along with her brother, who also allegedly beat the teen girl. They are to return to court on April 16. The court heard that in late February, the 13-year-old girl left home without a permission or knowledge of her parents. A search was launched which saw her mother going to nearby premises. It is being alleged that the child was discovered there, and the mother reportedly proceeded to beat her daughter, which saw her uncle joining in. The teen was left with bruises and other injuries. The child reported the matter to the police, and an investigation was launched, which resulted in her mother and uncle being arrested and charged. Portland police probing armed robbery of store in Port Antonio. The police in Portland are probing the robbery of a variety store by gunmen in Port Antonio on Tuesday. The brazen daylight robbery, which happened during peak hours when the shopping village was flooded by students and shoppers, has left persons on edge. Persons appeared shaken up following the incident, as the usually peaceful parish is not accustomed to armed criminals. It is reported that around 3 p.m., 3 men went to a shopping village located on St. George Street, which saw 2 of them entering the Mint Mobile store, while the third remained outside. The store sells a variety of items, including cell phones, jewelry, perfume, and cosmetics. The 2 men reportedly pulled handguns on a worker and demanded money. The worker complied, and the gunmen then fled the store along with their accomplice. The police were called to the scene. Lover clashes with boss over voting rights. A dispute over voting rights between a St. Anne woman and her boss, with whom she was romantically involved, has led to her departure from the organization. The woman, Brianna, was placed on suspension by her boss, Ferron, after she spoke up about employees being entitled to 3 hours off, not including the lunch hour, to vote during the recently held local government elections. Brianna, 21, told the news that she was suspended from work for 1 week because she dared to have the discussion in her work WhatsApp group chat, much to the annoyance of the boss on the eve of the February 26 polls. The boss texted in the group and said to please stop it because I am not productive enough to be so vocal. He said that my job is to follow instructions and work on developing my skill sets. I replied to him and said, yes, I know. However, by law, it's mandatory for employers to give employees 3 hours to go out and vote, Brianna explained. He then responded to that message and said, didn't I tell you to keep your opinions to yourself? For that you have earned yourself 1 week suspension. And then he just removed me from the group, she added. Ferron, when contacted by the news, did not deny Brianna's account of the conversation that took place in the work WhatsApp group. He also said that all staff members who wanted to vote were given the time off to exercise their franchise. At the same time, the businessman said that the WhatsApp messages to which Brianna referred do not tell the full story. She is not a former employee. She's an individual who is my intimate partner. She is someone I was dealing with, said Ferron, who disclosed that his wife works at the entity. We have been intimate for quite some time. The issue that we have is greater than just the company. My wife works there, and she was disrespectful, and I could not allow that, he added. However, Ferron's claim that Brianna was not his employee appears to be at odds with the assignment logs. Based on logs obtained by the news, the 21-year-old was assigned to capture reels from the company in her role as a mobile videographer. Brianna said she resigned from the production company on Monday. She said that she is yet to receive payment for the days she worked prior to her termination, despite her many requests. Additionally, she has reported the issue to the St. Anne branch of the Ministry of Labor and Social Security for assistance. It has impacted me financially because they still haven't paid me. I am trying to see if I can get another job, she said. PetroJam temporarily shuts down plant after blaze. PetroJam last night said it had taken immediate action following a fire at its facility on Marcus Garvey Drive in Kingston. The incident occurred shortly after 7 p.m., triggering the activation of the fire alarm and prompting the urgent response of emergency crews and the local fire brigade. An individual who claimed to be an eyewitness to the incident said a colleague had pointed to smoke that no look right moments before a section of the facility was engulfed in flames. The safety of our employees is of utmost importance to us, and we confirm that there are no injuries to any of our staff members. Upon learning of the fire, our team acted swiftly to initiate emergency protocols and successfully brought the situation under control, PetroJam said in a statement. To ensure the safety of our personnel and to prevent further escalation, we have made the decision to temporarily take the affected plant offline. Our focus now lies in conducting thorough assessments to determine the extent of damage caused by the incident. We understand the concern that this incident may raise for our valued customers and stakeholders. Please rest assured that PetroJam maintains a substantial reserve of products, ensuring an uninterrupted supply to meet market demands. We remain committed to serving our customers with the same level of excellence they have come to expect from us. The oil refinery promised that timely updates would be provided as investigations continue and the damage assessment progress.